All right, everyone. Welcome to weekly Ultimate No Prep Challenge. I am Thanks Skeleton, aka Chris, your host. This is a weekly improvised, no prep, four-dimensional game. We've got a returning hero, Andy.
I'm back for more
yeah.
punishment.
Why don't you give your intro, if any?
I'm Andy, aka Andy, and this is my second swing at the bat of the Ultimate No Prep Challenge. So, looking forward to it.
Awesome. And we've got a new face, Mr. Chuckle. Go ahead and give your intro, if any.
I'm very excited to be here. I just have a tight schedule, so it's hard to make a game, and was really excited when I saw this game come up that I could make, and I'm just happy to be here. Hope I don't screw anything up too bad.
Well, I will say, and I've said it repeatedly, this is a Ultimate No Prep Challenge, so it is very challenging, and we don't expect perfect play. This is supposed to be a fun challenge. Can we pull it off with a random assortment of tones and settings and improvised characters?
I see that Uriah is looking for the stream link.
The stream link. That
Maybe
is Mr. Andy. Let's see. Where's that? Let's
actually acts as a good reminder for me to shut down Discord.
Let's do it. All right, there we go. Okay, minimizing that. Cool. All right. Well, with no further ado, let's go ahead and start talking about the tone. Mr. Pancake, can you roll a D8 to determine our tone? I'm sorry, Chuckles. I'm sorry.
Oh, yep.
Pancake's the other guy. Previous week.
6.
Got
Dark.
my wires crossed. Dark. All right. Okay. All right, Andy, can you roll a D20 for this setting?
Yeah. 13. Cold
White
War
collar. Oh wait. Oh, 13. Cold War.
Cool. Cold War espionage. Bond-esque spy.
All right.
So 1980s.
Yeah. Cool. And now I'll roll the final dice. 1 and 2 for me. 3 and 4 for Mr. Chuckle, and 5 and 6 for Andy. It is Andy. Okay.
Guess I won't need this character sheet.
Yeah, let's start ideating. I guess, Andy, if you want to take the lead, do you have any basic ideas?
All right, so we're going for a dark tone.
Mm-hmm.
And 1980s Cold War. So I want to say maybe Berlin.
Okay.
Before the fall of the wall.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe now, do you want to be? I'm trying to remember the name of the German Secret Service. Well, do you want to be working for the West or the East?
Well, I think East would be darker, but I don't know.
think to be dark, we have to be in the east, like East Berlin.
Yeah.
Right, but do you actually want to be agents working for the West or the East?
Yeah, let's go east. East
Yeah,
sounds
sure.
good.
We're East Germans. There's that movie, The Lives of Others, or something like that. You guys
Yes.
know what I'm talking about? That was the
I do.
what's his name? He died recently, the actor. But he plays a spy that is surveilling a bunch of people.
Yeah, he's got wiretaps on people's houses.
So for
The GDR.
GDR. Okay.
So that's the German Democratic Republic. But what was the name of the actual service? Maybe it doesn't matter.
So if we're working for the east, in the east, then I would assume we're like doing counterintelligence, hunting a spy from the west, right?
Correct.
Sure.
Yeah.
We could be like messing with dissidents generally, though. Like it may not be that it's a Western adversary. It could be internal people
trying to suppress movements.
Yeah, something like that.
Cool.
The Stasi. That's what it was.
Stasi, of course.
The Ministry for State Security.
Cool. Let's see. Let me look at
Give me a minute to just think.
Sure. I like the idea of us suppressing a labor union. That's what I like.
Yeah, that's good.
So this is.
I'm not sure how historically accurate that would be.
I know that there was a lot of stuff related to that with Poland. So Poland had the I forget offhand, but they had like basically the Iron Curtain going down in Poland had a lot to do with the labor movements.
Right.
So this could be like a wildcat labor strike.
Sure.
Gotcha. How's that strike you?
Yeah, I can work with that.
Cool. Yeah. Let's end a labor strike.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay. Let me open up my UnPC.
So you guys will need to create characters then, yes?
Yeah. I'm looking at the various stats. I think I want to be undercover. Like I'm an undercover specialist. So like disguises, stuff like that. So I'm like a guy that disguises himself.
Sounds good. I'm just going to pull up a site with German name generator so I don't get caught off guard.
Okay, so I
think I want to be a shipped in from like Russia or from the USSR,
Gotcha.
some kind of oversight or something. I'm new here, but I'm gonna tell people how it's done
Oh,
'cause
okay.
that's what they told me to do.
I think that's great. That could be like a power dynamic between us. Like I could be a German undercover guy, and you're the handler, or you're the kind of like the
Yeah,
foreign boss.
that's
Um,
handler is cool.
The handler and answering to other bosses,
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
not the undercover guys' bosses, because you're the Soviet. Yeah.
But I'm like,
gotcha.
this is my chance where I'm not directly under somebody else's thumb and I can pretend like I'm the guy in charge, but really
Okay.
I'm scared all the time that they're gonna figure out that I don't know what I'm doing.
I'm just gonna pitch this that it's a strike at the steel foundry. That's a good environment. What do you think, Andy?
That works.
Okay.
Hopefully somebody can be thrown into a pit of molten steel.
Sure.
Foreshadowing there. I don't know. Maybe not.
Okay.
Quick procedural question. Not
Sure.
since this is my first time running the unofficial UnPC RPG. Do you want me to tell you? Do you want to see my dice rolls, and do you want me to tell you what my target is when I'm rolling, or do you just want me to? Do you want me to roll, and I'll just say either success or fail? Like if I'm rolling for for NPCs.
Gotcha. I don't care, but I
Sure.
think that the way I usually do it is I roll and I say fail or success for my NPCs if I GM.
Sure.
I don't say my target
Fair enough.
usually, just because that's extraneous.
Yep.
Okay. Okay.
So the skill specialization extra 20 bonus, that's for a thing that I am good at in general, not something I add to a skill, right? Like it's not like I add it to my, say, finesse. It's like I add it to lock picking with finesse. Is that right?
Yes. I think the idea is that it's more specific of. So yeah, lock picking would be like something. Exactly. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Cool. I think I have my character on.
Oh. Okay. Let me finish up. Okay, I think I'm ready too. Let me update my shit. Whoopsie. Everyone's still here?
Yep.
Yep. Yep.
Cool. Okay. Let's do that.
The pressure of being in the pole position.
Yeah. Let's see. And let's do something like that. Hold on. Can we do it? Nope. Okay. 3 is a difficult number. Okay.
Rickert? Is that how it's? Is that how you want to pronounce?
Reichert.
And Oleg. The elevator door clanks shut in front of you, and the private that is with you presses the sub-basement 3 button. Gears slowly whirl into motion, and the elevator descends into the bowels of the Stasi headquarters. Opening up on a dim hallway, lights flickering occasionally, the private says, "The subject is this way. You will want to speak to him." Leading you down the hallway, he says, this American was from the other side of the wall, but we captured him while in the east, and we are confident he knows who the head agitators are. We think he's been providing them with funds to spread their propaganda. You all arrive at a door. The private opens the door, and inside, tied to a chair, is a man who's clearly been beaten. There is a set of jumper cables and an electrical circuit box on a trolley. And on the top shelf of the trolley are several implements of torture. The private lifts out his arms, his one arm, to sort of usher you in.
I step inside and survey the implements. Is that why you think I was brought here? I was handed a note on the train coming over that things are not going well, and you think I'm going to sit here and interrogate this man? Reichert, is it? You hurry up and get something done around here. What's your plan to take care of this?
I slide into the interrogation room, a little sheepish. My ill-fitting suit straining against my bulk. I say, of course, Oleg. I have some ideas. I I assume that this man is listening to everything we're saying, but I don't think I personally will need any of these. I begin to take the torture tools and the circuit box and stuff off the top of the table and set it down on the floor, leaving the table bare. I then flex my fist into my palm a little bit and limber up.
Through cracked lips, in an American accent, he says, "Yeah, I've already gone through this. You know you'll have hell to pay when the embassy hears about what you've done here. I don't. What exactly do you want from me?"
You Americans are very future oriented, are you not? Let us live in the present a little bit. I lean over intimidatingly on the metal table, my face approaching the tied up Americans.
I grab a metal chair, spin it around, sit backwards, and just lean against the back of it, watching this all unfold.
He musters up enough spittle and blood in his mouth, spits it in Reichert's face.
I brush
how's
the
that
spittle off.
Is that future enough for you? Is that present? Is that present enough for you?
I'm gonna stare this American right in the eyes. He says, whatever you've told the other members, you're going to have to repeat to us so we get the promotion.
It's like, I've told them nothing. Why do you think you're here? You big goon. I'm just a businessman.
I stand up at that, throw my chair out of the way, grab him by the hair, and slam his face into the desk. You American dog! You will tell us everything. You think you're a businessman? You're here to kill our countrymen? You'll tell us everything. And I put my fist in front of his face and slam his head into my fist again. And then let him go and take a step back for a moment.
He slowly pulls his head up from the table, blood gushing from his nose, spits out his front tooth. He's like, what do you want to know? And what do I get out of this if I tell you?
I turn and deck him again across the face. You get nothing. You get to live, and you get the honor of knowing that you turn around again and start pacing.
I reach underneath the table and pull out a manila envelope with a list of names of suspects. These are the names of several of the people that we have our doubts about. Perhaps you'd like to point any of them out. I slide the slip of paper underneath his nose.
He reaches up, his hands, the movement of his hands limited by the cuffs that are, shackled to the table, and he pulls some blood from his nose, puts his finger on the page next to the name Tillman Schnell. He goes, he's the union leader at the metalworks. He's the one I've been funneling the money to.
I look over at Oleg with kind of like a satisfied nod.
I shake my head. He's got more, but we don't need to spend time on this. Let the goons keep working him over. He understands his place, don't you?
He goes, I know who the goons are.
I give him another right hook across the face, and then just cross my arms. That's enough for us to work on right now. Let's chase down this lead. He'll be here if we need him again.
I nod and turn to leave the interrogation room.
I follow.
The private who brought you down is standing in the hallway. He's impressive. Quick work. And then he heads back into the room, closes the door behind him. The sounds of more screaming heard.
I shake my head as I walk towards the exit. Tillman, he seems to be the quiet type at work. I didn't have him pegged as a leader, so I haven't gotten close to him yet. But now that we know he is the ringleader, I feel like we've made great progress.
Well, comrade, you seem much more competent than everyone else I've seen here so far. So, do you think we should take the direct approach and confront Tillman quickly, or do you think we should not yet let him know that we're onto him?
I lean my hand against the wall in a casual and confident manner. I say, the thing about this movement is that they have it's a very emotional movement. They are desperate to recruit other people to their cause, and I feel that we should give him enough rope to hang himself. So I think we should take this slow and steady. We can, if we get close enough to Tillman, he can incriminate other linked partisans. If we simply spirit him away now into one of these interrogation rooms, somebody else will take his place.
I scratch my well-kempt beard. And if it's an emotional movement, maybe we just embarrass him. If they'll follow wherever the wind goes. We show that he's corrupt, and, well, who can they really trust to replace him anyway? After all, aren't they oppressed by all of the workers that try to organize them in such a manner?
Yes, I have to ask about your experiences. Have you done something like this back in Russia?
Kind of blush, my ears burn. Yes, all the time. Yes, I've been involved in many such operations, and they've all gone remarkably successful. Uh, uh, all we need is evidence. What do you think we can do to show his corruption? Some kind of proof.
I stare off into the distance a little bit and say, well, the easiest and most straightforward way is a pile of illicit American currency. As you know, the currency controls. The only way to get it is illegally. So simply possessing it is illegality enough. We could tie him to drugs. We could tie him to other vices with that. But really, the money itself would be evidence of corruption.
I could place a call. One of the eastern provinces may have some stacks of American currency that we could use, if we don't mind waiting a little bit. But if we need to move quickly, perhaps you have leads on other dissidents that may have more readily available stacks. Otherwise, we could settle in, wait just a day or two, and reconvene here.
Unfortunately, I believe that our American currency locally is expended. The Stasi has done this before, but we are currently completely dry. So if this could be provided by the Soviet commissars, the KGB, this would be fantastic, and it would really advance our shared goals. I smile a little bit.
I will place a call. Direct me to a man who can bring me a telephone, and I will. I will make it happen.
Of course, let's
straighten my tie.
Let us return to the upper levels, and I can show you my desk. I go into the elevator and press the dimly lit, grungy key for up. You can see that the beneath the off-white plastic surface, a little light bulb has lit up within the machine, and the elevator proceeds upwards.
The elevator door opens on the third floor. There's a small secretary's desk with a angry looking woman sitting behind it. She's smoking a cigarette, and in fact, the entire third floor is somewhat of a haze of cigarette smoke. She says, "Herr Reichert, you have blood on your lapel."
I look down and I bring my coat closer to cover it up. Thank you for the alert.
We have higher standards than perhaps our Russian friends, she says, looking at Oleg's bloody fists.
Yeah.
We've been busy. What was your name again? Are you new?
Ha! I've been here longer than time itself. The name on the desk, the name placard says Elisa Boschinger.
Excuse me, comrade. You wouldn't perhaps happen to have another one of those cigarettes, would you? And maybe could point me to the nearest washroom.
She passes you a cigarette from a crumpled pack within her desk and points behind you.
Thank you. I go to look for my lighter and then turn and hurry into the washroom, tucking the cigarette into my jacket.
I stand outside the washroom and withdrawing a handkerchief from my coat, I simply wipe the blood, all the loose blood, as much as I can into the handkerchief.
Coming out, my hands are still. It's obvious something happened, but they're just not so terribly bright red anymore.
She appears mildly less displeased with the two of you, but goes back to typing up some memo.
Please, comrade, lead the way.
All right, I push open the door into the bullpen. You can see a vast open office with small, low-raised cubicles, puffs of smoke emitting from the tops of them as people work. I lead Oleg back to my cubicle.
This is your office. I expected something a little bit more private, to be honest.
Well, we can absolutely take one of these meeting rooms. I have my eye on the corner office, as you know, but I'm not quite there yet. Let's duck into room 3. I grab a small box of files and a pen and paper and walk into conference room 3.
On your desk, though, was a pamphlet, a manila envelope tied with string around 2 paper circle discs. And it was marked for Oleg.
I grab it and put it into the box that I carry into the conference room.
Ah, I see you have a list of are these dissidents. Will this information help us?
Yes, it may. I slide over the sealed package over to Oleg. This is for you. I also have a number of other files for this case, so we can do our planning.
Let me review this before I place this call, and I tear roughly into the manila envelope.
Inside is a photograph of a woman kissing a man on a street corner. On pen, with a marker, the man is circled, and then a line comes out from the circle, and it just says Torsen Schnell. Father Tillman Schnell. The woman in the picture is circled, and it says Susanna Haas, brother Reichert Haas.
I turn the photo away for a moment and scratch my chin, and then I fold it for a moment. Comrade, how committed are you to bringing down these dissidents?
I cross my arms and lean back in the office chair. I mean, it simply must be done for the future of Germany. My eyes dart over to the corner office for a moment, and then back to Oleg's eyes.
Catching his eye movement, I smile. Yes, it must be done for the future of your country. And a hero must be rewarded, must he not? So, bringing down this union and this man, Tillman, will be an act of heroism. And I unfold the photo and then slide it over to him. It's time for some heroism, comrade.
Susanna, I say, she, ever since Hans died, she's been alone. It seems that she found someone. Who is the man?
Well, I believe this is our Tillman, but I don't know some of these German words the intelligence service has collected. My German is weak. I try to decipher more from the photo through the language barrier, struggling.
I also stare at the photo, trying to see what's on it, see the details of it.
The writing, depicts Susanna Haas, identifies her as your sister, and it depicts the younger man as the son of Tillman Schnell. It is taken in a park. It's a clear photograph. There's no mistaking who they are. It is dated from 4 days ago.
Do you think perhaps your sister has actually been helping the intelligence service this whole time? Perhaps, maybe even on the payroll. She wants to get us close to this Mr. Tillman, and she, of course, will also be rewarded.
I hesitate, staring at the photo. She's a school teacher. I don't know if this is her line of work.
That's too bad.
I need to disentangle her. She needs to be out of this. I'm gripping the photo tightly, and you can see my hands shake a little bit.
Well, We should get moving quickly. I will place this phone call to get us some American currency, hopefully quickly. Will you consider what to do? Telephone.
Yes.
My hand starts to shake as I reach towards the telephone. Perhaps I could have a little bit of privacy for a moment.
Of course. Let me close these blinds. I holding the photo. I get up and begin closing the blinds and say, "Yes, I will be waiting back at my cubicle." And I begin to walk out, and I close the door.
As he steps out, I fumble for that cigarette I was handed and a lighter, and I light it. And then I begin dialing.
Once I exit the office, I crouch down and put my ear close to the office door.
Wait for the connection.
This is the field office.
It's
Identify yourself.
Comrade Ivanova in East Berlin.
And how are things there?
Well, they're going very well. I need only a little more resources. Is there maybe an office nearby that has seized some American currency? It will greatly aid in my mission's efforts.
Hold. The line clicks. A few minutes later, someone else comes back on the line and says, go to the Reichhardt Clockworks, a store in the Schnellstraat district. It will be arranged.
Excellent.
Ask them to fix your father's pocket watch.
Excellent. Thank you, comrade. A thousand times.
Click.
Thank you. Yeah. Right. Yes. Of course. And I slam the phone down. Take another drag before I stand up and walk to open the door. Straightening my tie. Oh, Reichert. Oh, you're right here. Oh,
Yes, I just came back.
Excellent timing. It sounds like everything will be arranged very quickly. We will. Can you get us a car? We need to head somewhere to meet a contact.
Yes, of course. I shall sign out one of our undercover cars immediately. So we are. It sounds like things were resolved correctly, and quickly.
Oh, they will be. For someone of my status, of course. You know, it pays to be me, as they say.
I crumple up the photo and stuff it into my pocket.
The motor pool provides you with a drab green Volkswagen, but there's no police markings on it, and it blends in easily with the hundreds of other drab green and drab gray cars, East Berlin.
Do we have a driver, or is it just us?
It will just be us.
All right. Well, we're heading to a clockmaker store. I think I saw it on the way in to the city. I'll direct you.
I nod and proceed down to the garage. Pulling up to the car, I get in the car and wait for Oleg to join me.
I finish my cigarette just outside the car. look around for some sort of receptacle and then just throw it on the ground and grind it into the concrete before stepping in and shutting the door.
The drive to the district is not that long. Several streets are just surrounded by cinder block buildings that have been graffitied. But people are moving about the city. It's about 3 p.m. and you arrive at the Clockwork store, which is a nondescript store with curtains closed, and just a ringer and a voice box next to the front door.
I pull up directly to the curb and park the car. All right, I shall remain here, looking out for anything unusual. Hopefully this proceeds quickly.
Oh, one more thing. Do you happen to have a pocket watch? I seem to have misplaced mine.
I pat my suit and think for a moment. Will a wristwatch work?
We'll make do.
I detach my wristwatch and hand it to him. It is not running.
I take it up, bang on the door to start with, and wait for an answer while I eye the voice box.
No answer.
I exit the car and face the street, my back up against the car door, scanning the area.
Yeah. Try the voice box and
a loud buzzing sound emits somewhere deep within the building. And a weak voice comes over a staticky voice box. Yes?
I try to slip into a very bad German accent. I need a help fixing my father's pocket watch.
One moment. After a minute, you hear 3 bolt locks on the inside of the door. Click, clunk, clack. The door opens up, and there's a old man with a leather, work apron, several tools. He's like, come in.
Glance over my shoulder a couple times. Herr Reichert, are you sure you don't want to join me?
I will be fine. I will guard out here.
Still just clutching the wristwatch in my hand, not even presenting it or letting it go, just follow the man inside.
He leads you about 10 feet down the hall, and then ushers you into a small room on the side where there are many watches and clocks on display, and there's a workbench with lots of clockworks laid out very neatly. He sits down behind it. He goes, "So it is your father's pocket watch that you seek to have repaired?"
Yes, my father's pocket watch. I tug my ear a little bit to really send the message home.
It's like, yes. You're safe here, friend.
Thank you, comrade.
He goes, "How much will it cost to fix your, or he says, how much is your father's pocket watch worth?
Oh, a fair amount. 50.
2,000 American dollars, perhaps?
Well, I think someone could fetch more like 20,000 American dollars for it.
That is a very fine pocket watch, then. I would, I'm only able to fix pocket watches in the neighborhood of 8,000 American dollars.
There must be a way that you could work on a pocket watch that would go up to $10,000, perhaps.
After a brief pause, my back up against a car, I look around and I walk over to a payphone and get inside.
As you look around, you see a utility van that has now circled the block for the second time. It drove past you once before.
Placing that fact in the forward of my mind, I nonetheless proceed to the payphone and begin dialing my sister's number.
She answers. Hello, this is Susanna Huss.
Susanna, are you alone?
Ah, Reichert. Yes, I'm alone.
Are you completely alone? Are you being honest with me?
She says, I'm at home. I am alone. Class is over and I've come home. What is wrong with you, Reichert?
Who have you been involved with?
Involved? What do you mean involved?
You've met a man recently. It needs to stop.
But Reichert, have you been spying on me?
It's not important how I know. But what you need to know is that this person is wrapped up with foreign powers. He's wrapped up with the Americans.
But Johann?
I say, not Johann.
But Johann is who I've been... This makes no sense to me.
Don't lie to me, Susanna! I shout into the phone.
She's like, I mean, Johann's father, Tillman, he has some, well, ideas you might not approve of.
Back inside the store. It must be at least 10,000 American dollars that this watch could get. Anything less, and well, the watch would be worthless to me.
The old man sighs, heads into a back room, comes out with a leather attaché case. He says, perhaps the watch is worth 10,000 American dollars. But the pressure will now be on you to prove that. And he passes you the bag.
Thank you, comrade. Thank you. Realize I still have the watch clutched in my hand. Take this. Thank you. And I grab the briefcase and just hurry out.
As the door closes, he looks at the broken watch, tosses it in the bin.
Back in the phone booth, I say, Susanna, I'm warning you, stay away from Tillman, stay away from Johann. It's not my opinion. It is the opinion of the German state that they are dangerous. Stay away from them.
You hear her.
Never talk to them again.
You hear her sobbing on the other end of the line, and then she hangs up on you.
I slam the phone roughly into its cradle, the payphone, and exit the payphone, walking back towards the car.
I exit the door, looking around, and then spotting Reichert coming back. I try to fix my lapel, but somehow end up making it worse. We're okay. It's things aren't good. Right, back in the car, and I hurry into the car instead of just yelling down the street at him again.
I tried to get to the car and hop in as quickly as possible.
Did something happen? I expected you to be here.
I briefly walked away to get a little air, but it should be not a problem.
Of course. Well, our comrades were not able to give us as much as I would have hoped, but enough to prove the corruption of this man, if we can expose it loudly enough.
Absolutely. I hope we keep that well guarded, and when we plant it, we need to be quick, because sometimes the suspect or the suspect's family is able to pilfer some cash in between us planting it and it being confiscated. I look directly into Oleg's eyes as I say this.
You're right. You're right. Perhaps there is no way to be so quick. And I click open the briefcase. How much would you expect? Would be pilfered? Start fishing around inside.
Not more than 10%.
Oh, of course. No one would risk that much. And I pull out 1,000, think about it, and roughly stuff 200 back in and split the 800, hand over 400.
I put the bills in my sock.
And I just
them down.
Stuff them into my suit pants. Well, click, the briefcase closed. Now that the family members have been taken care of, should we leave this at his home? Do you think he would have been bribed there or at the office? I know you have connections at the office. Maybe the office would be quicker.
I scratch my chin. It depends on security, but I don't know what you've experienced in Russia, but over here it's usually the illegal currency is kept in the attic or above the beneath the floorboards in the suspect's home. But if we really want to make this seem as industrial corruption, linking it more closely with the union, perhaps we should target the foundry. But of course, as my superior, I defer to you, Mr. Oleg, or Mr. Ivanova.
Well, I would say we've done good work. The home will be quicker to get in and out of. How about we check out his home quickly, and then once we discover evidence under the floorboards, we place an anonymous call to the police. Perhaps it will be more believable if instead of the secret police, the standard police are seen in force. I'm sure they are in the community, know many people.
I agree. I dig in the back of the car in a box and pull out the street address of the home of Tillman.
It's about a 30-minute drive away.
All right, let's do it now.
I uncomfortably, as we start driving, try to get my suit jacket off, not really fitting in the tiny German car, and slide it over the briefcase, looking shiftily out the window.
Tillman's shift ends at 6, so we may not have all the time in the world. I start driving.
A utility van can be seen 3 cars behind in the rearview mirror.
I look at the van and cough a little bit. I feel that there may be another party at play here. I gesture towards the van.
Oh, that's not good. That's not good. Oh,
The van changes lanes. There's now 2 car lengths behind you. To your right.
I winch the window down and just lackadaisically try to stick my head out the window a little bit, get maybe a better look to see if these are perhaps Russian or German or American looking people.
Yeah, the driver appears to be a typical worker, casually driving with his right hand on the wheel and his left hand hanging out the window, dangling a cigarette. It's now 1 car length behind you.
We'll need to take care of this before we get to his home.
Yes, I have some idea. We're going to take an early exit here. I put on the turn signal and begin exiting off the freeway off ramp.
The van mirrors your move, now pulls up beside you. The side door of the van slides open, and a man with a submachine gun in the back of the van opens up on your car.
Oh shit.
I dive my hand into my jacket, which was somewhere in the briefcase, fumbling around for my Makarov that I've never fired before.
I slam on the brakes and try to turn away at the same time, trying to reduce our speed and get behind the van.
Make a finesse roll.
Failure.
As you slam on the brakes, the van slides over, bumping the Volkswagen and preventing you from pulling in behind it. And then the man in the back of the van fires. Oh, that's — bullets fly into the car, but no one is hurt, no one is hit, and the car continues to drive.
Finding my Makarov, I pull it out, lean out my already open window, and start firing at the car, at the van, wildly missing as the car bounces.
I reach down for my service revolver at my ankle holster and pull it out, shooting out the side. That is a hit.
The driver of the van slumps into the center part of the van, but then you can see him get back up, and he is continuing to drive, but there's quite a bit of blood on his face. The man in the back of the van successfully hits Oleg. A bullet ripping through your arm.
I Makarov in hand, I clamp it over my arm. Ah! They're hit. I don't think the driver can follow us. We don't really need to follow them anymore, do we? And I lean out and try to take another shot at the man in the back. Again, missing.
Bullets ricochet through the other side, or punch through the far side of the van, hitting a small child in the back seat of a car on the other side of the van.
I glance over uncomfortably at Reichert. It was for the good of our nations.
Pulling my revolver back inside the car, I switch gears and try to escape this pin that the van has placed us in. Failure.
The driver of the van tries to pull ahead of you to complete this sort of pincer movement. But he's bleeding pretty badly, and ends up actually drifting to the right, away from you. The van careening into the car, where a now injured child in the back seat is bleeding out. The two cars, the van and that car, crumpling into a smoky pile of car crash and debris.
I leaning out the window still, watching this, a little spooked by the carnage, aim up a little bit, keep pulling the trigger just to feel useful, but not really even aiming, just kind of firing above all the carnage, not wanting to add any more to it.
I park the car and hop out with my revolver, approaching the stopped van.
The driver appears to be dead or unconscious. the man in the back who had the submachine gun is climbing out of the van, which is now on its side. He's dazed.
Dumping my expended weapon onto the floor, I throw the door open, take the briefcase with me, unwilling to let go of it, see the man who shot me and run and just kick him in the head as hard as I can.
He collapses to the the cold asphalt. All the other traffic has stopped and people are just staring in bewilderment, afraid to even get out of their cars to help what may be an innocent victim.
From my wallet, I pull out my police ID. This is I wave it in front of the civilians on both sides, knowing that this full well will end my undercover career. I approach the van, gun drawn, looking for signs of life.
The driver is dead. The gunner is now lying on the pavement with Oleg's boot on his neck, but he is alive.
I lean down. All right, Tsuka, who sent you? Doing my best to be intimidating, which I pull off pretty well.
He goes, we were hired by Americans.
Americans. What was your goal? Why did you target us?
We've been watching the watchmaker's shop. We were told to, the watchmaker gets no business. We were told to eliminate anyone who went in with nothing and came out with a bag.
Do you think we should take him in or leave him?
I think he may be useful to us alive. I nod and scan the rest of the van for any clues before moving away.
It is a typical work van. There's not much of interest in there.
As I take my foot off of his neck, I grab him roughly, forget to search him for evidence, but remember to search him for cash as I start dragging him back to our car.
He puts up no resistance.
I throw him in the back of the car. Don't bother to bind him or anything. Just roughly chuck him in the back.
All right. I give him a brief pat down.
He's got German ID. He tells you that, he's got a pocket knife. He tells you that he works for, he's an enforcer with a German gang. They basically, they'll take money from, he's a hitman. He dirty deeds Done for money.
I pop open the glove compartment to reveal a concealed police radio, and I start to call in for reinforcements, backup.
Meanwhile, I throw open the car door, or after he pulls out the radio, I hold the car door open so I can collapse into the passenger seat and just grab my arm. Oh, first time off the desk and we almost died. Frankfurt, were you there? Did you see that?
I noticed the van, but I didn't think of it. I thought this was possibly a surveillance. I didn't imagine assassins. I'm sorry.
Turn back to the guy. Suka, don't do that.
I say, given the circumstance, it's possible that the family did not wet their whistle, I say, and I begin to reach down to pull the money out of my sock.
Well, I don't know about that. Maybe the family has been through a lot. Maybe they earned what they acquired. Clutching my arm.
My friend, if one of our beautiful German nurses strips you to take care of that wound, we don't want her to find anything illegal.
Eyes go wide. Of course. Right. You're right. The family is probably it's best for everyone.
I pull the cash out and stick it back into the bag.
I do the same. So after we turn him over to your guys, we just finish the job.
Let me see that. I look over at the wound.
No, it's nothing. It's nothing. We just finished the job.
The wound is a through and through. It's it's bleeding, but a bandage would probably suffice.
Well, the patrol cars should have a first aid kit and a medic to at least staunch that. So once we get that wrapped up, I suppose time is of the essence.
The radio crackles, and you're informed that patrol cars can meet you. 4 blocks away, on a side street.
All right, I begin to pull out and drive over there. I can hear a squealing sound as the bullets have done some damage to the car, but still drivable.
I just clutch my arm, sometimes looking back at our prisoner, scowling.
In the alley behind a warehouse, as promised, 2 patrol cars are waiting, out of sight, indiscreet. Discreet.
I ask, let's get my Russian friend patched up and take this criminal. We'll testify to the nature of his crimes later, but he shot at us.
As I climb out of the car, I make sure to drop the briefcase on the floorboard and throw my coat over it as discreetly as possible as I point someone to exactly where I've been shot, rolling up my sleeve.
Yeah, the officer is not a medic, but he's competent enough to wrap the arm in some gauze, while the other officers handcuff your captive and put him in the back of a patrol cruiser. They ask no questions of the Stasi.
All right. I slide back into the driver's seat and look over at Oleg. You look rather pale, but I think you still have life in you.
It's nothing. We get this done. We have a stiff drink. We leave. And I sit down, just determined.
My nerves are a little rattled from the attack. I will be honest with you. I don't see action very often. Were we going to the home or the metalworks?
Well, what time? You said he gets off at 6. I've been in the heat of the moment. I've lost track of time, and one of the officers that hasn't quite left yet. You still have a clock on you. What time is it?
4:38.
Thank you. All right, we hit his home. We get it done quick.
All right. I begin to leave the alleyway, driving out towards Tillman's home.
At 4:53, you pull up to Tillman's home along the street. It is a row houses. There's a few trees on the street, parked cars, and outside the house, you see Susanna crying and Johann attempting to comfort her.
Let's keep going around, I say under my breath as we drive past.
Any chance we can get in from the back while our distraction is out front?
I hope so. Yes. I drive around to the alleyway behind the home. Damn it, Susanna.
The alleyway is empty. These row houses have small backyards, 15 feet by 15 feet, with wooden fences. Some of them have small sheds in the back.
I may need a boost to get over that fence, gesturing to my arm. A door or a window?
I suggest we climb. I back over to the fence and prepare to give Oleg a boost. I'll climb up after you. I'm a good climber.
Climb out. Flop over the fence with the briefcase in hand. Look around, dust myself off, and
the weight of you going over the fence causes it to tilt a little bit, and the gate swings open.
I hold the gate for Reichert.
All right, I slip in.
I close it, glancing around us shiftily, making sure nobody saw, mostly me falling.
I walk over to the back door and my back up against the wall. I test it with my hand to see if it's unlocked.
The door is firmly locked. It does have a glass. It has a glass window.
Staring upwards to the higher floors of the house, I search for any vantage points or places where I could climb. A second story window to break through, perhaps.
There are 2 windows on the second floor. They have small potted plants, a small plant potter hanging outside of each one. And there is a sturdy metal pipe, a drainage pipe that leads up to the gutter of the roof. It would be a relatively easy task to reach out from the pipe and grab a hold of the ledge.
I point upwards and put my hands on the pipe, prepared to climb.
I find a way to slide the briefcase under my arm or something, look at my injured arm and go, "This is gonna suck," and then go to follow him afterwards.
All right. Big success.
Yeah.
Failure.
Reichard easily scales up and swings out from the pipe, grabbing the narrow brick ledge behind the pottery plants. Looking down, he sees Oleg sitting on his ass in the backyard, still clutching to a briefcase.
I'll just wait here. You take the briefcase, and I try to aim, and just let me know when you're ready, and get it up to you. You know.
I reach my hands out to grab it from the ledge after I find my footing.
Okay. Get it up to him as best as I can. I'm gonna walk around and check our distraction. And
all right.
start through that open gate.
I get in through the window on the second floor into the house.
You're in a small bedroom. Looks like it is Johann's bedroom. It's adorned with the things that would interest a younger man.
I, as quietly as I can for a large man, I proceed to the door to the hallway.
The hallway is unlit. There are 2 other doors, one next to you, one opposite to you, and then a set of stairs also opposite to you, heading down to the main floor.
Outside, as I exit the alley and try to come around the street, looking as discreetly as I can, I peer around the front of the houses, making sure that Johann is still comforting the crying woman.
He is, and he's trying to convince her to go inside so that they can speak privately and that he can get her a tissue.
I head up to them, whistling as I walk, and then act shocked to see this woman crying here. "Oh, I see you two are having some troubles. Oh, is there anything that a kind stranger can do to brighten your day?"
Make a social roll.
Comes out awkwardly and perhaps a bit creepy.
She stops crying, but Johann looks at you and says, This is none of your business.
Oh, but listen, from experience, young man, I've been in this situation many, many times with my wife. Let me tell you about one such time. But first, you have to understand the two of us. Uh, you see, we met a long time ago, and I begin regaling him, desperate, keep locking eye contact, desperate to at least keep him with me.
What's happening inside?
Reichert peeks in to the hallway doors, seeking the father's room.
The father's room is the one that is next to you on the same side of the building. So it would be the other window facing the back.
I nod and say, think to myself, an attic is usually better, but I'm going to do it here, and I'm going to look under the bed and slide the bag of a tremendous amount of money under the bed.
Okay.
I turn.
There's not much else under there.
I turn and begin to walk towards the window that I came in through.
At the front of the house, Johann is too polite to cut you off or curse you out. He's been raised to be a gentleman, and so he listens to this long story from a stranger about love forlorn, and he's nodding, and then Susanna gets tired of this and just says, Johann, I'll talk to you later. And she starts walking back towards the metro station.
I call after, wait, madam, you have to hear about the wedding. That's the best part.
She goes, no, I'm sure it's not. Johann excuses himself from you and says, Susanna, I'll walk with you. He appears to be doing this as much to get away from you as, to salvage his relationship.
I look around, shrug, keep walking, and then as soon as I see they're out of sight, take off back to the alleyway.
The window in Johann's room is open, fresh breeze blowing in, and a sturdy rain pipe awaits you.
I attempt to climb down. Critical success. I slide down very capably.
Perhaps even, closing the window while sliding down in one smooth move. Oleg, you witness this, and you see this large, muscular brute of a man perform a maneuver worthy of the Russian ballet.
When I open the gate for him, how do you not have the corner office already?
They don't respect physical grace so much as toadyism and kissing the rump of your superiors. I look over and say, Where is my sister? Did she go?
She went to the train station. Johann went after her.
Oleg, I feel that there's something that I need to do. I don't think you should be involved, but I need to get her away from him.
Of course. I will find a taxi and phone box. I will find a phone box and let the police know that I have some anonymous information while you take care of your business. I will see you back at headquarters today or tomorrow.
I give a salute and I run behind the alley and try to run after to the train station.
Up ahead of you, you see your sister and Johann standing outside of the train station, and she seems very heartbroken, and he's just trying to understand why she's breaking up with him.
I check the time for the next train.
There is about 12 minutes.
Plus
or minus one, given the general inaccuracy of East German train systems.
I quietly and stealthily stand behind them, not very close, waiting for the next train to come.
The conversation between them continues. The train comes. Train pulls up into the station.
I run up and shove him.
So he falls in front of the train and is killed. Susanna looks at you in horror, looks at him. She's dumbfounded. She does not know. She can't even speak. And then she just starts screaming, as do many other people on the platform.
I shout, "He committed suicide! His father is a foreign agent!" I swing around my badge and I look at Susanna with pleading eyes.
She recoils from you and starts to run away.
Susanna, no! I chase after her. And I think that's it.
That's it. That seems like, yeah. I
don't know if you had another scene in mind, Mr. Chuckle or Andy.
Nope, that was good.
I had one more idea if we wanted to continue, but I was struggling to think how I would really segue between. I just wanted to make good on the promise of somebody falling into a molten metal at the steelworks yard, but somebody being pushed in front of a train is, equally bad.
Yeah, equally bad.
That was good.
All right, that was fun. Woo!
That was a
Yeah.
good ending. Just the,
Hopefully that was kind of like kosher in terms of kind of like playing with the group, because I felt like, oh, I have this great idea. What am I gonna do to this guy? What would he do?
it was cool.
Yeah, so I was making up names on the go, and then I realized that I didn't write them down. So I'm pretty sure sure Johan was called something else the first time
Yeah.
I identified him.
I figured that out and I adapted, so it's all good.
Yeah. I I mean, I had fun. That was a challenge.
Yeah,
but I mean,
fantastic.
challenge is in the name of the game, right?
Yeah, I had a blast. This is, I think, I felt like we did a really good job of like keeping it grounded, relatively grounded, and like staying in the world and role playing. So I think this was one of the better ones that I've been in. I'll say that. I had so much fun.
Yeah.
Thank you guys.
I was trying to think like, okay, how do I keep this dark as a theme, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, opening on a torture scene and giving you the opportunity to torture somebody, that's pretty dark.
Yeah, that's pretty dark.
And then I was just like, well, I can't concoct a full James Bond plot in my head and play it out in an hour.
Yeah.
But I was like, well, I'll throw in something like, like Reichert's sister is dating the target's son.
That was such a good idea.
And I was like, that could be like, I wasn't sure how you would react to that, but I was like, that could get dark, either for you or like either Oleg will think that you're untrustworthy, or you guys will try and use that in some way. And it turns out it did get dark because you pushed her boyfriend in front of a train.
Sure. I warned her.
Yeah, I was trying to give you the option. Hey, we could always say she was part of the intelligence service all along. And then when you said no, I was like, all right, I am ready to arrest her. Let's go arrest your sister.
Yeah, I was like, so the thing that was going through my mind is like, the main thing was that I didn't think that she had the right personality to do that plan. So it was like, if she was like me in terms of personality, then she could probably do it. But she's kind of like a school teacher, airhead, sort of like innocent person. And so she's immediately going to tell the boyfriend and totally fuck us over and wreck everything.
In my mind, she and her boyfriend were completely innocent of all of.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. Although I was at one point thinking like, well, what if she was in on it? Like, what if she's been turned by the Americans as well?
Sure.
But
yeah. So that specific choice of saying no, like, I think it was kind of like, he didn't want her to be entangled as kind of like a coworker.
Right.
Yeah. So that's what my character was thinking. And hopefully that didn't kind of like step on kind of like the escalation that you had in planned, but
I had very little planned. I was
perfect, of course.
It felt very natural. Like everything that we did, it was I was impressed that Andy always had something for it, like, all right,
fantastic. Yeah.
And when you described the houses too, you said like row houses, like, oh yeah, East Germany, like, yeah, have you been there before? It's like, it just felt exactly like where we would be.
I've been to. Have I been to East Germany? No, no. But I've watched enough movies in in Berlin. So yeah,
it all felt just very right and natural, and it was really good.
I only threw in the attack scene because I was like, there's got to be some action. It like
Sure.
the it was supposed to be James Bond-esque.
Yeah.
And
sure.
I was like, you can't there's no James Bond movie that doesn't have an action scene.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
So, but in my mind, I was like, oh, if you're staying outside watching and you see a utility van, I thought you guys would, when I was sort of telegraphing, like, it's 3 cars away, it's 2 cars away,
Yeah.
it's 1 car away.
Yeah.
And I was trying to telegraph that it's pulling up next to you.
Yeah.
After they started shooting, I was like, oh man, we had so much warning on that. But as it was getting closer, I'm like, yeah, we'll deal with that when it becomes a problem.
So yeah, the thing, I think my character even said this, which is I thought it was a surveillance van and not like an assassin van.
Right.
So that's what was going through my character's head, which was, I think that makes sense, which is like
totally
probably a problem. But so
my first thought
was something more extreme was going to happen out of character, but my character was like, oh, okay, well, these are some Americans with a little headset on or something like that. So I don't know.
My first thought, like, I didn't even think it was Americans. I was like, well, it could be anything. It could be the Russians coming to, spy on us, make sure that we weren't doing something like stealing American currency.
Yeah.
It could be Germans. It could be like guys spying on you. It could be another faction of German police, fighting, politicking with each other, or it could be, it was cool. That was a really good way to pick up the pace a little bit.
I thought it was great.
Yeah, it could have gotten a little more interesting if Johan had convinced Susanna to go back in the house while you guys were in the house.
Yeah.
Which I wonder if I maybe messed up there, because like I flubbed the roll. I was like, wait, did I just negate the fact that I flubbed that roll by like trying to push more?
I don't know. I think it's, in all honesty, like for UnPC, I think it's like the role play comes first.
Yeah.
So if that's what your character would do, then that's what your character does, and then like I feel like it's up to the GM to be like, no, they say fuck you and they go back in the house. Like it's the GM's choice. So if your character is repeatedly trying to do something, like, that might make sense in character to do. So that would be my take on that sort of question.
Okay. So what I did was, because I wasn't sure exactly how to handle that failed roll, so I cut back to Reichert inside, right where he was planting the case, and then in my head I was thinking, like, okay, I'm going to roll a social skill for Jonas, but because of your failure, I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to make it easier, but he still failed.
Gotcha.
So he decided to be polite and listen to you yammer on about, and then in my second marriage,
Yeah.
So I did calculate for that failed roll in some way.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Man, when I made, we didn't make that many rolls, but when I went to make a roll, I was looking at all these like 20s and 30s on my character sheet. I'm like, wow, that's a really low percentage.
Yeah, this is funny because like the previous one we just played together, Andy, I was also like a musclehead driver that shot out of the window.
That's
like,
true.
So I was like, I was not expecting to do the exact same thing this game, but it also turned out like my ranged roll wasn't very good. My driving was not very good, but like, so kind of funny.
I was waiting for you to sort of co-create the grenade that rolls out from under the bottom of your seat, and then you just like toss that into the van.
Sure.
I was that guy that we caught at the end there. I was like not really expecting to interrogate him. I'm like, he shot me. I am not used to this. I'm trying to pretend like I'm this field agent that I've like never been off a desk before. I'm just pissed. I'm just gonna beat this guy to death. And then Andy was like, he's still alive. Like, well, okay, fine. We'll take him.
Yeah. So this is like kind of like a weird comment, and this is not a criticism of Andy's GMing at all. It's just kind of like an open question, which is like, when that happened, my character was like, okay, Oleg has been shot, so we need to go to a hospital. And obviously that's going to fuck up the pacing, and it's going to kind of like, that's going to make the story non-neat. So we said, okay, well, you could patch yourself up. There you go. Now let's continue the adventure. But the question is, should we have gone to the hospital? I just said, hey, the story is now them going to the hospital because they got shot. I don't know.
I don't think so. I mean, it's a, again, theme.
Yeah,
James Bond-esque. People get shot in James Bond movies and carry on, right?
Gotcha. Yeah.
So I didn't think that was any kind of a violation of the theme. I mean, you at least took the time to bandage him up.
Yeah.
So I thought it was handled really well, because like when that watchmaker told me eyes are going to be on you, you better get this right, I was like, nothing is going to stop me. I'm not going to take any detours. And then when I got shot, I'm like, I'm not going to a hospital. I'm finishing this job. And so the solution, like, the police, like, sometimes people get shot. They would have just, simple bandages or something, first aid kits. I thought that was a really smooth solution to keep us on track.
Cool.
I truly did not see the push in front of the train coming.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that ended it on a very dark tone. I was like,
I don't know if it totally made sense. I think that kind of like, the idea is that the family is going to be consumed by this corruption thing. So I want to eliminate the boyfriend, so he's no longer connected to the girlfriend, to my sister.
Yeah.
So I think that made sense, but it was also be like, am I going to get away with that? I guess there isn't like surveillance cameras, is there? Are there? So it's just kind of like, I don't know, maybe I will get away with it.
I was like, your undercover career is not over because no one's got cell phones.
Right. Nobody's got a camera that can catch me. So
yeah.
I liked it after you said that your undercover career was over, because it felt like your final metamorphosis. Like, okay, whatever, my life has changed forever. I'll just push this guy in front of a train and start a new life.
Yeah. Well, that was fantastic. A+ all around.
Thank you guys for letting me join. That was I definitely want to 4D again. That was super
cool. Well, you know where one place that you can find it, which is every week here.
All right.
I think I'll watch this one back and look for all of my faults, or not faults, but things that I think like I might do that differently the next time, or I could improve on that, or
absolutely.
I tried not to tell you guys what you were seeing, what you were.
I'll say that I'm very guilty of that all the time. So I tend to describe stuff which is like, you see a little light, blah blah blah. Like I did that with the elevator button, which is technically a 4D violation, I think, by saying you see that, but
I don't think I wouldn't be too critical of myself, but I think I will. I think I will watch this one back just to,
Yeah.
I think you did great. I
I
felt
loved it.
very in control the entire time. Like I never felt like you were taking control, or I don't think you said you see a single time or anything like that, or moved us, or it yeah.
I had a
Hopefully not.
blast.
So did I.
Great. Thank you guys so much.
All right, I'm gonna end the stream. Have a good night, guys.
See ya.